Today on the channel, we're back again, and this time we're stealing hearts with the Platinum Edition DC Multiverse Reign of the Supermen Steel.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Reign of the Supermen unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a special one. We got a Platinum Edition in steel from the Reign of the Supermen. But for all your steel needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up DJC Collectibles. Use 8 off DJC to save 8% off your entire order. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, steel, one of the Supermen when Superman was fallen by Doomsday. Oh, a sad day back in, was it the early 90s, I guess. I totally remember waiting in line at my local comic book store with my dad. My dad taking there, of course, Wednesday Comic Day, and there was a line out the door and around the corner. Everybody wanting a little bit of that Superman action. Everybody thought it was going to be worth $1 million, but it's one of those things. There was so much hype and so many people that didn't even collect comics jumping into it. Wouldn't say it's worthless, but not anything you're going to retire on. Maybe a nice dinner at McDonald's. Who knows? Who knows? But definitely a special time in comic book collecting and an interesting time in the Superman story of throughout history and many decades at this point here. But Steel, a guy that came up and picked up the hammer, I guess, and helped out as Superman was fallen. Helped with a few other Supermen, and then stuck around after Superman's return. And I heard somewhere along the line years ago that maybe he did die in the comic books. I haven't really kept up with Steel, as you know. Really, for me, Steel is about the Shaquille O'Neal movie of Steel. That is what we're talking about when we're thinking of Steel. But an interesting one here is a little paint variant difference, making this a Platinum Edition. Platinum's not going to be for everybody, of course. There's a lot of people that got the regular version say, hey, I don't need 2 Steels in my collection. Totally get that as well, but you guys know me. I just can't turn down something like this. So we got this Steel, and of course, we'll compare this Steel to the other one. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what the old Steel is up to in his Platinum look. Got the Platinum Edition sign right here, sticker, I guess you should say. That's how you know it is a Platinum, so if you see one of those, hey, it might pique your interest a little bit more. DC Multiverse, 22 points articulation, big window box, of course. Steel, Reign of the Supermen right there. Nothing too fun on the side here. And then a big image on the back. Steel looking only like a Steel could look. If he was on the back of a McFarlane Toys package, who knows? Let's pull this guy out here. And Todd McFarlane is currently sleeping on the couch. I can't believe he didn't get up for this. I'm going to see if I can wake him. See you later. Oh, it didn't. It hit right off his kneecap, and he didn't even move. Oh, he's turning over. He's flipping over. Yeah, Todd's out. He's had a tough day. He's had a tough day making deals and heels. We know how Todd does. And oh my gosh, rookie. That's the definition of a rookie right there. Horrible. See you later. Goodbye. What are we doing? Remember the first time I opened up a McFarlane toy figure? It was difficult, and it might feel like it was today. Can I get this out without destroying the card? That's always the danger. But always the fun, too. It's an extra challenge. It's dare I say, like a young Mark Summers physical challenge is almost what it feels like sometimes. It's a tough thing. It's not all rainbows and kisses and stuff like that. See you later. Goodbye. In the action figure unboxing game, as we know. And this is really going south. Really going south right here. One of the worst unboxings of all time. I'm saying it. One of the worst of all time right here. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. DC McFarlane stand. Seen it before. We'll see it again. Stick that over to the side. Got old Steel right here, Reign of the Supermen, looking interesting for sure. Real name, John Henry Irons. During one fateful day at a construction site, Superman saved former engineer John Henry Irons' life. Following Superman's deadly battle with Doomsday, Irons took up the mantle to protect Metropolis. Using his technical expertise, Irons constructed a power armor suit. Adorned with the iconic S shield as a tribute, John Henry's armor granted him super strength and flight. Irons also developed a weaponized self-propelled hammer in honor of John Henry's American folk hero namesake. After Superman's return, Irons continued his work on 2 fronts, aiding the world through technology with his company Steelworks and protecting the skies of Metropolis as Steel. So there you go right there. A little story. I'm here for that. And then there's a little steel in the package here, looking good. And what I love, we found out with the regular edition, this one looks to be the same. Only one twist tie at the hand. I hope that's the start of a new leaf being turned for Todd McFarlane and McFarlane Sleepy Toys over there. Would love to see if it's just one twist tie going forward. We'll see if that shakes out. See how that goes in the future. Pop this out. Bam! See you later, goodbye. And we got Steel's hammer here, and definitely a difference from the one from the last edition, all in one color. Kind of a, I guess, a gray color. We'll just call it gray, I guess is what this is. But same hammer, all in gray, no blue, none of that stuff going on. Very, very heavy, though. Very top heavy on this hammer. Very thin down here. That was my complaint about the last one. But now we're going to jump into old Steel here. And similar but different. Some familiarity to this one, but also some differences. There's no doubt it is the same figure, just a repaint. And that's what we usually see with these Platinum editions, as we know. And I guess I could grab the first version here. Stick this off to the side. You can see this one, a much bluer tone to this one. Some blue color too against the gray. And then the capes being one of the biggest differences. Probably the biggest difference is the bright red cape over here, where you get the gray cape here. Almost all grayed out in a lot of ways on this one. But you still got the iconic Superman shield here. It looks dangerous enough to know what it is for sure. Talked about the cape being gray. You got the big tights and the utility belt with all the pockets around here in gray. You got the very robotic boots down at the bottom, also gray as well. And then a little for, I guess we'll call it the tights in the midsection, which I guess is just steel probably showing through, but a much darker gray on those. You got the forearm guards on both these. I think these are like blasters out of here. And then you got a little just forearm guard on this side. You got an open hand and a gripping hand. Perfect to grip his, of course, big hammer. And let me tell you, Steel's got a big hammer, and he's not scared to use it if he needs to. Shoulder guards as well that will get out of the way of articulation. And speaking of articulation, arms go around for us. Bicep cut, double jointed elbows, hands back and forth, hula hoop, waist, splits, big old legs that go up a little bit. Not tons of articulation there. Double jointed knees, toe articulation, of course. And then you got traditional movement on the feet, which are really tight on mine. There we go. Got to break them free. But looking good there, of course. Usual McFarlane articulation that we know. And then you get into the eyes here. You still got the same wide eyes going on. You got the rivets across the head. I mean, it really looks like a guy that put his own suit together. Kind of what he did. Almost reminds me of War Machine, too. Maybe it's the colors and stuff and kind of the robotic nature, the suit, all that kind of thing. I don't know. Choose your own adventure. Choose your own Steel adventure at the end of the day as well. Of course, fits on a McFarlane stand as you would imagine he would. A big beefy character, though. He does look beefy. He does got a little bit of blue still on the hands. Is that a carryover? No? I don't even have blue on that hand, so I don't know if that's just a miss or what that is. But I got a little blue on that open hand there for this Steel. But we got 2 Steels in our collection. We went from 0 to 2 just overnight, it seems. And we did. But between these two, I definitely prefer the one in the red cape, the regular edition. Platinum, not going to be probably for everybody, but there is Platinum collectors out there. We know how that goes as well. But you got your yin and yang of your Steel characters. Pick up both or pick up one. Choose your own Steel adventure at the end of the day. So there it is, Steel, Platinum, and regular edition. What are your guys' thoughts? Pickups, passes, long games, no games? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, including early access to both YouTube channels, videos, bonus content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it. All going down over on the old Patreon. Check out the link in the description below. Of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Steel and John Henry's everywhere, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.